If you've ever been to Amsterdam, you would know how busy and crowded the streets are. It's difficult to walk at times, making it hard to enjoy the atmosphere of one of Europe's oldest cities. When walking from the central station to Dam Square, the streets are lined with tourist shops and fast food places. The amount of stores and shops is overwhelming, and the tourism in Amsterdam is creating problems. According to the PVDA, the Labour Party in the Netherlands, the tourists are a risk for the attractiveness of the city, and it shows. The amount of tourists has created chaos for the residents of the city. Crowded places like the Red Light District, the Nine Streets, and the Kalverstraat make those who live in the areas feel like less of a community. The PVDA's chairman, Marjolein Moorman, says that private rentals such as Airbnb and illegal hotels are also a part of the problem. But Amsterdam can't get rid of all the tourists because they value the money they bring. With 37 million euros, the estimated revenue from tourist tax in Amsterdam is by far the highest of all Dutch municipalities, more than one-fifth of total tourist tax revenue in the Netherlands. The amount that tourists spend in the Dutch economy has risen by more than 9% from 2011 to 2014, reaching 65 billion euros according to the Central Bureau for Statistics in the Netherlands. Another aspect that will be hard to combat is drug tourism. In 2011, over 50% of American tourists visited coffee shops in Amsterdam, and coffee shops brought in 19.6% of Dutch business revenue. However, in an effort to stop drug tourism, some provinces in Holland have restricted coffee shop culture to just Dutch citizens. In Maastricht, a city in the southern province of Limburg, only residents of the Netherlands can buy cannabis at coffee shops in the city. This hasn't happened in the northern part of the country, but if tourism continues to increase in the capital, measures will have to be taken to prevent drug tourism. The city center is packed full of people, with 80,000 residents and over 14 million tourists visiting each year. According to Janine van Pinksteren, board commissioner for the Amsterdam Centrum, she says that tourism is a nuisance to residents and the support for city events decreases with fewer residents and businesses wanting to participate. The city's mayor, Eberhard van der Laan, is urging other Dutch cities to take on some of the tourists that come to the Dutch capital. He reiterates his point by saying that tourist shops and fast food restaurants are beginning to crowd the city center, making the city lose its historical touch. One can see for themselves how the Dam Square is losing its historical appeal, flooded with people in costumes, protesters, and tourists playing with the pigeons. Precautions have already been put in to stop the traffic and busyness of the city. The streets surrounding Rembrandtplein, the city's most popular nightlife area, become pedestrian walkways on Fridays and Saturdays to make the city safe for those walking and for those driving. According to the Dutch newspaper Het Parool, this year 17 million tourists are expected to come to Amsterdam, and the total forecast is to rise to 23 million by 2025. As the tourists continue to visit, one solution for the city would be to advertise non-peak season visits. The city's historical infrastructure can only handle so much at a time, and the city is really worth visiting. The Netherlands provides experiences that last a lifetime for those who don't grow up here, and hopefully, the capital of the Netherlands will be able to welcome tourists and continue to keep the area livable for its residents.